Hello and welcome to Is This Good, the show where we boldly, conclusively, and scientifically decide what things in this big wide world are good. I'm Matt Austin, and with me are three amazing panelists from No Dunks, Tass Mellis, Jay Skeets, and Jason Doyle. Welcome to Is This Good?
What is going on? Is that a leaf blower in the background of your place, Matt?
Hey, unlike you guys, when there's things happening in the background, I don't mention them, okay? I just work through them.
Professional.
Yeah, a little construction zone?
A little bit of a construction zone, and a bit related as a throw-ahead. That could be involved in today's subjective trivia, so put your subjective hats on.
Okay, wow. What a tease.
If you have questions or topics for a future show, send them to me at StartersMatt on Twitter, or email us at isthisgoodpod@gmail.com. I do want to say we've been getting so many excellent submissions at isthisgoodpod@gmail.com. What I would like to see some more of are settle this questions. So we're going to get to one, a great one, towards the end of today's show.
A real great.
It's about hangovers. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Like, settle this. What could be the topic?
Well, you'll have to wait and see. Don't just turn this off now like you normally do. You normally wait till I introduce everyone, then you say, "Oh, got my fix," and then you turn it off. But don't do that today. But I would like to see more settle this questions. These are maybe more involved questions, bigger questions where you need advice. You're in a disagreement with your partner, perhaps a best friend. You know, he's saying a hot dog is a sandwich. You're saying, "Oh, I don't know. I'm a traditionalist. I just think it's a hot dog." You email us. We're going to give you a definitive answer.
Nice.
Not on that topic, but. I would like to see some more of those. If you're watching live on YouTube, be good and vote in the polls. You could help us break a tie. Guys, the premise of the show, as always, it hasn't changed. It's very simple. I'm going to give you a topic. You tell me if it's good. Are we ready for the first topic?
Absolutely.
We're ready. Let's do it.
Okay,
I'm
here
about
we go.
to take
Bit
my
of a
shirt off.
backstory.
Yeah.
You take your shirt off.
Yeah.
On Monday, an animal rights advocate ran onto the field during the Rams-Niners game. He evaded security for a bit before being destroyed by Rams linebacker Bobby Wagner. Where was that energy when they were trying to take down Deebo Samuel? I don't know what I'm talking about. But I'm asking you this time, this was not sent in, I'm asking you, streaking at a sporting event, is this good?
Can I just clarify, this person, did you consider them a streaker? Does clothing matter in this equation? Yeah.
So I thought that clothing did matter. I thought, like, when Will Ferrell said in Old School, "We're going streaking," he meant we're taking off our clothes and we're running through the quad.
Yeah.
But apparently, according to AP Style, any article that has been written about this, they refer to this guy as a streaker, even though he had both pants and a shirt.
Okay.
Wow.
JD, you're learning, eh?
I am learning, because streaking to me was the Will Ferrell definition, which is completely naked.
Yeah.
So what do you call when someone just jumps on the field?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a good point. I mean,
We got a runner.
You are streaking across the field.
Ooh.
yes.
All right.
To streak, to move quickly. I don't know where the nudity got involved in this, really.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like when you're in the water naked, that's skinny dipping.
Yes.
But when you're nude on land, it's amphibial skinny dipping. It should be called skinny running, really.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah.
There was like a hit song in the 70s called The Streak about a guy who, there goes the streak, and he's completely naked. That was the point of the song. I think that's how it came to... I have no idea, but I assume that's how streaking
it entered the
came
lexicon?
to fashion or whatever.
Oh, man, the 70s were crazy, JD.
Damn right.
Yeah, the flying purple people eater on the radio, and I guess it's more associated with hippies, isn't it? Like, just general nudity, hippie nudity.
Yeah.
And then to break societal norms and conventions, they're running through the quad or something. Right. I don't know. Okay, but at a sporting event, are you pro streaking?
I am 100% pro streaking or just running onto the field. I guess we're calling streakers with clothes on streakers. I think it's fantastic because they're generally not hurting anyone. right? And if anything, they're getting hurt.
They are the most danger, I would say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Which is why when they are naked, I mean, it's like, oh, jeez.
Those are the real ones. There's no point in running on a field or a court if you have clothes on.
Oh, you think you should be nude?
As a purist, yes, I think you should be nude. You can write something on your body if you want, but I want to see some bits and pieces. Otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah.
I don't think the streaking should be limited to the well hung, and I'm worried that
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
No, but the small dick community is not anxious to show their penis.
You know what? I have even more respect for you if you're streaking with a small penis. I mean,
a little Renaissance dick. I just went to a museum the other day, so I've got a lot of marble dick in my head.
Yeah, Joey is saying he agrees with you, JD. Joey and the stream team, running while nude, hilarious. Running while clothed, annoying.
Right.
But I will say I actually like both of them at a sporting event. Sporting events, they're long. There's a lot of downtime. A football game for crying out loud, baseball, whatever.
A streaker's just making it longer, though.
Yeah, but it's giving me. You've been at an event where a streaker happens or somebody runs on the field. It's exciting. I don't care what you say because you're like, oh, how is this going to end? Is this person going to be able to pull it off? Whatever that means. Like, stay out there for a minute, avoid tackles, or this is going to end hilariously bad for them. They are getting destroyed by a professional athlete. I'm here for both of those things.
How it ends. They go down.
Yeah. And then it's entertaining for the 20 to 40 seconds that it's happening.
We have seen situations where the streaker, quote unquote, wins. Like at a baseball stadium, you see this where they'll start, like let's say on the first base line, they'll run out, evade security, and then jump over the outfield wall and blend into the crowd like it's the Thomas Crown affair.
Yeah. Right. I mean, I've always wanted to do it too.
You want to go big field? You want to go open field?
How big's your dick, Ski?
No, I guess I'll be a clothed runner. I'll be an annoying one.
Is this good erect dick energy? What if you go? What if you make sure you're erect when you run out?
Okay, I see that. Like there's a bit of fear, excitement in you, nervous energy.
Well, isn't a part of, I guess, being nude, maybe not as much anymore, but like, wasn't that going to help the person's chances of staying out there and causing a scene?
I think so.
Like
you're
the
reluctant?
poor security guy making $10 an hour, he's like, I don't want to go tackle this nude dude.
No.
Yeah.
you know?
Nude.
With attitude. Kind of groovy.
You do bring up a point that I want to say because I don't know. I don't listen to any football content, so I don't know if Bobby Wagner is out there being praised for his like literal destruction of this frail human wisp of a man that was running on the field. But I think that should be illegal. Streaking is a contest between the streaker and the security. If the security cannot catch you, then I'm sorry, but a giant linebacker shouldn't be able to run you over.
Yeah.
And like, I guess maybe they would make the argument like, hey, this is our place of work. But I mean, when someone attacks the president, it's not the president that takes him down. It's the Secret Service.
Exactly right.
Right?
Exactly right.
It's a contest between perhaps a conspiracy theorist assassin and the president.
Right. I would like, for any streaker or someone going on the field, there should be a timer. Like, and I'm with you, a professional shouldn't be able to take them down, even though it's usually hilarious because they just destroy them. But a clock starts.
Yes.
Can you stay out there for 90 seconds?
Yeah.
Then the crowd's really going to be into it. Like, it is. It's team security versus team streaker. Who are you going for? They do dumb little races on the jumbotrons between little animated donuts versus coffees. This is like the real life version of it to me.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's not a sport. It should be like a rodeo.
It should happen once a game. Yeah. I've said this before. Designated streaker.
Yeah.
You don't know when it's going to happen.
Right.
But it's going to happen.
Uh-huh.
The team security is on full alert, and then we have the show. Yeah.
I guess the problem, though, is that it's quite often not on camera. The producer will say, "No, get it off.
Yeah,
get that off."
They know how fun it is. They don't want to encourage others to do it. Isn't that why they're not showing us?
Or it's more fun than the actual sport, so they don't want to demean their sport by showing how fun it is. See, you like the big field. I like a small field of play.
A little pickleball streaker.
Yeah, the old pickleballs are out there. Yeah, I would say it's more important. You force the producer to put it on camera. If you run like really close to the field, if you're on a small field of play, like in a baseball field, you can just change to somewhere else. It's key to jump on the field at a very, very key moment where the camera's on a certain part of the field. And what's also key to me is that the streaker, naked of course, clothes streaking,
Okay,
no thank you. But I think a message on the streaker really, really helps. Because I started looking around and I saw a great story about a guy in at St. We're showing you here on YouTube, St. Andrew in Scotland, where John Daly was putting to finish off his playoff round. It was actually a playoff round. I guess it was on a Monday, a nice cool Monday, and this gentleman ran on the field with 19th hole on his back, pointing to his crack.
Somebody did that for him.
Yeah, it's a hilarious story because he jumped on with a person he brought with him. That's not somebody who's chasing him.
Oh, that's so smart.
But it happened happenstance. He actually wrote about it before blogs were blogs. He wrote about it and he said he met a parking attendant that morning and he said, "Hey, why don't you come on the golf course with me? I'm going to run on when John Daly's finishing off the round." And
while this also random person is given.
No, that's his wife.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so his wife was.
Skeets, you were really.
Oh, I thought this was like
almost
like a triple plan.
Yeah,
which is actually next level, and I'm surprised doesn't happen more often.
Because listen, you guys are talking about flaccid penises and large penises.
You brought up the erect penis.
Yeah,
not me.
I don't need to see any penis. I don't think
this guy's penis you can't see, but he's hard as hell.
I don't care about anybody's body parts, male or female. I need a message because I think that's the most important part.
Yeah.
The caddy was chasing around that nude guy to take out the stick. Is that what you're saying, Matty O? That guy there.
JD, do you have my image of this as well?
Not handy, no.
You didn't bring it. I have to say mine is better. Now, what?
How dare you? So we actually
hold on.
picked the same image. We picked
okay, so to peel back the curtain for a second, just before coming on, I said, JD, do you have my element in the parlance of new media? And Taz said, do you have my element? And JD said, spoiler alert, they're the same element. So obviously we knew it was this 19th butthole picture.
Yeah.
So I thought it was the exact same image. And I do have to say my image is better.
Okay, hold on. I'm bringing it up.
What image would you have?
So he's got a closer shot.
You could see John Daly's face in my image.
Oh, wow. So there's four of us. Can you bring up the fifth element? That sucked.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah, this is better.
Why is it better?
There's cops out there. Yeah, I like that. Well, what do you mean, why is this better? It's a great shot. Foreground.
That's good. To be honest, I only saw the thumbnail version of this, so I thought, okay, they're basically the same. But yeah, let's see.
This one's so yeah. I love how
this
he brought
is Tass.
I love how he brought on the parking attendant to chase him, and he also.
So that guy you're telling me is fake chasing him?
Yes,
that's awesome.
That's amazing.
And he's also. We're not seeing his belly, but. According to this man's writing, he said he was overweight and he knew he could out-chase him and that he wouldn't get tackled right away.
He's also wearing, like, dress shoes.
This cop doesn't seem too...
Yeah, you know what I like better about...
You're right. Your element is better.
Well, and I like that he's still wearing the hat. I like completely nude, but with, shoes and socks, or a nice hat, like a nice, classy... what is that, a poor boy cap or something?
Yeah.
I like that.
What's around his arm? Like a little miniature golf set?
It looks...
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah.
That's comedy.
That's just great.
Tessie, we're also working in 16:9, so let's use that full frame as much as possible. All right,
I think
we've got all four saying good. What are the people saying, Tessie?
People, strong opinion, not good.
What?
62%.
Wow, that's a lot.
I think we've swayed some people. It did start at 3/4 for not good. So
what's just quick? Like, what would be the counter? People can let us know in the stream team.
Well, Skeets, I've heard you say before you do a basketball show when you're not doing this show, that you've said too many people are running onto the court, and that's going to cause them to get rid of courtside seats, the best seats in sports.
Yeah, see, in basketball, I mean, I know Tass was trying to make the case you want it in a close, enclosed area. I don't. I like the open field. Let's put our speed to the test. Let's give me some maneuverability out there. Yeah, I don't like... The people that were gluing themselves to the floor in protest, I'm looking at that is something different to me.
Right.
Well, I think those are actually the same group, by the way.
Okay. But I'm thinking of a streaker. Really, just it's for pure hijinks. Usually too liquored up. It's a bet with somebody. Can you get from here to there? Can you dodge 3 security guards? I like that. I like the game of that. But yeah, the other.
You want to see an athlete? You want to see a B-class athlete when you're watching A-class athletes out there?
Yeah, honestly, it's like a nice pros versus Joes type of moment for me. It's really puts it in perspective how great a guy like Wagner is at his job. You know.
Bobby. Great football
so we got
name.
4 goods and 1 not good from the.
How much
the scolds in the stream team here.
How much how much would it take you, Matt, to do it? That's how much money?
I would never do it.
Never do it. $1 million, Matt. $1 million to go run on.
Nude? Is this nude?
Are you a nude dude with attitude? Are you kind of groovy? Or no?
You can borrow that Borat swimsuit that you've never worn.
Shaved and shorn and ready to expose myself.
Yeah, you can go.
Not a big nude guy, not a big sprinting guy.
Not a big nude guy.
But $1 million, yes. If you can compile $1 million. All
right.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I have streaked before, like at a volleyball game. Nothing professional or anything. Just in Greece. Too much Ritzina.
Okay.
We were all wearing togas anyway, so we're basically nude. And then me and 2 other guys were just like, it'd be hilarious if we just ran naked through this thing, and we did it. And I have to admit,
professional volleyball, like people were in the audience.
No, well, it was sort of like at the resort we stayed at. At 3 o'clock. Not stayed. I worked there, but they had like a volleyball game every day at 3 p.m. and people would make teams. Some of them took it very seriously, and the 2 teams that were on, it was the final of the day kind of thing. And we were just like, these guys are very serious. Let's streak through here and take an edge off. And I must admit that I did give it a little waggle. Just
gotta warm it up.
Just gotta warm it up. A little waggle, just a little
jogging in place.
Exactly.
You remind me that for what I just said, I too have streaked in the great American tradition of quad streaking.
Wow.
I had a friend from Montreal that went to Harvard, and I think we went to visit him, and we were there and we're drinking, and he's like, oh, great timing on the visit because we're all going to go streaking through the quad later. And we're like, haha. He's like, no, this is like a Harvard tradition. I think it was the weekend before finals started as like a, I don't know, get the energy out kind of final last hurrah thing. I think it was called Primal Scream, if I'm not mistaken. Everyone does a lap around the quad naked, like hundreds of people, and they all scream.
Right.
And I was like, okay, yeah, you have fun. I don't go here, so
I don't love nudity.
And then by the time came, I can't believe it. I also gave it a couple tugs and just did a lap.
Everyone's jerking off before they go and streaking.
But somehow in that mass of humanity and flesh, I felt ensconced and safe.
Right.
But if I was the only one doing it, no way.
Were you terrified about your clothes being where they were when you stripped out? That's the number one fear. It's not the actual being naked part, I don't think. It's like, wow.
Behind a rose bush. Oh my God.
No one's going to go looking there. All right. Matt S. asks, Cologne, is it good?
Straight up Cologne.
Let me start by asking.
These are great topics.
Do you think I'm incorrect to say that when we in the 90s, when we were coming of age, that people wore cologne when you started going to your first kind of dances or things like that? People would wear cologne.
100%.
Hilfiger.
Yeah. It felt like wearing wearing cologne was like to become in our case become a man. There were 2 steps in life. It was wearing jeans and putting on cologne.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about when
jeans.
When you're like 11 let's say 11 or 12, you start wearing jeans full time, right?
Shit.
Okay, that's the first step to becoming a man.
Is that a Christian bar mitzvah when you put on jeans and you got the Levi's 501 and suddenly you're a man?
I'm telling you, I remember the year that jeans.
I'm kind of with you.
Because you were like, I mean, okay, not to become a man, to become like what you had to be considered cool. Oh, okay. He's not wearing sweatpants all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the first step. And then I do agree, Matt, a little bit later, more in high school, like early high school, I would say. So like, 13, 14, 15 era, cologne felt like another one. It's just like suddenly everyone's got to have a cologne.
Yeah.
And you got to be wearing it. So yeah, I agree. That was a thing in the 90s.
And the 80s. That's when I came.
Okay, so that's what I was going to ask, JD. When you came of age, same thing?
Oh, yeah, 100%. The jeans thing, I'm not sure about that one.
When did you start wearing jeans? Full time.
Full-time jean wearer. Wow.
Grade 5 was the last year I was wearing sweatpants to school, I remember.
Yeah.
Or most people were. And it felt like grade 6, which was the last year in our grade school before we had a 7-8, right? And then high school.
Right.
That's when jeans were popping.
I feel like I was jeans all the way through, but then
Jeans when you were 8? Awesome.
Yeah, man. It's the 70s. Anything went. There was people streaking all around me. I was wearing jeans. But then I remember in like grade 8, people started wearing like, I guess they called them rugby pants or, whatever. They were basically, what coaches wear on the side of
like track pants or track pants.
Kind of, yeah. But it seemed a little more formal. I was like, ooh la la, look at those.
Ironically, there's no pants worn in rugby.
Right, I know. Yeah, that's what was very confusing. But whatever. It was Canada in 1980.
Yeah, it's the next step is snow pants after growing up. I moved on to snow pants every day. That's when I felt I grew up.
Wow.
No, but I'm with you. That was just a bad Canada joke. I am with you in that. Yeah, jeans are the next from boy to bigger boy. Is what you're going.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
which is funny now. I see Min Power in the stream team. I know a lot of adults that wear sweatpants as part of their fit. Yeah, now.
Yeah,
but that's,
we've gone back. We've regressed.
Oh, yes, we have gone backwards.
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
Hey man, you coming over to Steve's on Friday? You ready to do the thing that it takes to become a man? Oh yeah, we're all gonna sit in a circle and jerk off onto a cookie. Ew, gross. No, we're all gonna be wearing denim.
Wow.
Okay, Cologne. Back to Cologne.
Okay, so back to Cologne. So what I want. So we know 80s teenage boys were wearing cologne, probably a Drakkar Noir. 90s boys in the house. We were wearing CK1. We were wearing CK1. We were androgynous.
Okay, just a quick correction. It was Ralph Lauren polo was the big scent in the 80s.
Oh, come on. Drakkar Noir was kicking Ralph Lauren's ass.
Oh, okay. All right, whatever you say. I mean, it was there. I'm not going to lie. It was there.
It was prominent.
For sure. Yeah. I'm really surprised to hear you say that because I went to school with a lot of Greeks and man, they loved that polo. Loved it.
Yeah, see, I was a second gen hand-me-down Drakkar Noir from my older brothers.
Wow.
He wasn't using enough of it.
Yeah, I was loving it. Yeah. That's how that was peak cologne.
Yeah.
To me, 80s, 90s, that crossover, and then 2000s, it's done.
Oh.
Yeah, but here's a theory. So what I was curious about is, if we had a 2000s people in the stream team, could they tell us whether when they were 14, 15, they were wearing cologne? Or, here's a theory, Axe body spray killed cologne.
Wow.
And Axe body spray got popular in the early to mid 2000s.
I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I know it sounds like a TED Talk topic, but I didn't mean to drop the mic so hard.
Yeah, I think the prominence of cologne sort of killed itself. It's just too prominent. It's just too pungent. It's too much in general.
Too much.
Well, people put on too much.
There's an
cologne.
over.
But a
100%.
spray can be even too much, I would say. Even a strong squirt, even one firm squirt from a bottle can be too much. Too much Axe can be too much, but at least Axe, it dissipates over a day.
But hold on, I've never used Axe body spray. So what are you doing? After you shower, you're literally just going like all over your body? Is that what you're doing?
You can go.
Sometimes,
before your clothes are on, though.
Well, body spray, so it should be on your naked body.
Yeah.
But I've seen some people certainly do it like Febreze.
Yeah, wow. I've seen people at the gym do it just all over.
Spray it.
Yeah.
You can
if you're
spray
doing
it all
that,
over
I'm
you.
sorry, that's cologne. Yeah, okay.
This is big cologne. It's it. They're like, people hang on to these bottles for like years and years and years. Let's trick them into spraying it all over their bodies.
Yeah,
like,
use a whole bunch of it. Yeah.
Exactly,
once a month.
Yeah. With a way stronger stream, because like you can't really hold down a cologne spray and have it keep spraying.
Right.
It's like a rifle. Whereas Axe body spray is like an AR-15.
Oh,
right.
If you use it in moderation,
they're both similarly garbage.
If you use a good bottle
an
of
AR-15
cologne,
is a rifle though, but
Yeah, that's
it's a form of rifle.
Yeah.
If you use a good cologne the right way, which is really in moderation, man, that thing can last you for years.
Totally.
Years. Especially if you're not.
But in those years, you're telling me your vibe hasn't changed, your scent hasn't changed.
Well, I've infamously said, people are talking about it to this day. I've said this before that I was a 1 cent man for about a decade plus.
Correct me if I'm wrong, that was a woman's perfume.
Well, it was a man's perfume. It had a woman's sounding name. It was called Pleasures.
Oh, Pleasures.
Yes, and I enjoyed having.
Men can enjoy pleasures too.
Of course.
Yeah, CKB.
Of course.
With both ways.
But I liked having my scent. You knew when I walked in a room.
You totally
smelled
did.
me before you saw me.
You did. Whenever I smell that, if I smell it out in the wild, I think of Skeets.
Yep.
Hey, Skeets.
You replaced it a little bit with Manscaped, right?
I
called?
legally had to. Yeah, that's true. No, it was becoming more difficult to find pleasures. That's what was happening. Really,
I agree.
may have
As I
stopped
get older, it
making
is more difficult to find pleasure.
But I was.
Let's go streaking today.
I always shout out to Laura Kirby. Give Laura Kirby a hug. She always said, "You smell good." That's a nice compliment.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
But then again, if I ever wore cologne around my father-in-law, he's one of those people that has a very sensitive nose, and he's like, he's looking around, like,
Yeah.
what is that?
Yeah.
You're like, oh God.
Which is interesting because, as JD sort of alluded to, I'm not saying this is a hard and fast rule, but the swarthier the man, the heavier the cologne. Is that
Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
I'm painting with a broad brush.
Yeah.
But so are they, a broad brush of...
I've been having
like a spray paint.
I got like contractors, workers here, and they are mostly from Mexico, and they all smell amazing. I have to say, they show up in the mornings and they smell great. I'm gonna say I am good. Cologne is good. I fucking wear it every day. If I have a shower every day, you know why?
Cologne? I have no idea what you smell like.
Exactly. I smell good. I'm just it's not too much. It's not if I'm having a shower before bed, I will still put on cologne.
Ew.
Why?
Why are you adding chemicals to your body?
What chemicals to my
and
body?
why do you want a strong smell? Smells keep you awake at night. It's
not a strong
It's not like a
You just
soothing
said you
herbal.
don't know what I smell like, but I'm always wearing...
unless it's a dab of lavender on your wrist, it's not
literally
a
a
spray.
It's a spritz. Yeah.
And are you spraying and walking through it, or are you going wrist to wrist?
It's just a... Sometimes...
What is it? Drop the name.
Yeah, what's your smell?
I got a bunch. I got Hugo Boss.
That's why I don't know what you smell like,
that's
because
for-
it's not consistent.
Yeah, exactly. I switch
switch
it up. And that's the thing. I have a bunch, and I don't want them sitting there all like, I don't need them to be there for years and years and years. I like going through a duty free and go, Boss, yes. Gave it off. Yes.
That's the number one spot to buy
cigarettes.
water.
Exactly.
Actually, that reminds me, JD, your boys are what, 14, 15 right now?
14, 16.
14, 16. Are they wearing cologne?
Yes, they are, actually.
Oh, they are. So
Yes.
it persists.
Yes.
In the great tradition of boys thinking, I'm going to be a man and attract the ladies by wearing this cologne.
Yeah.
It's sort of beautiful when you think about it.
It kind of is. And I enjoy being told I smell great. I think Laura Kirby's told me that I've smelled
Got
great.
a great nose.
My wife will say at least 3 times a week, man, you smell good.
Oh, that's great.
And that's what I like. I get a little nuzzle, and it fucking works. It works.
Well, I think what's happened is men have learned to spray on less.
Yes. Yeah.
Over the years.
Yeah.
You don't need a lot.
Yeah.
One spritz is, you're spraying out before you go to bed. That's
sometimes
astonishing to me. But, when Phil, you said that, somebody, Phil, you said that somebody came in, Laura came in for a hug.
Yeah.
And that I almost got a little cringy because at times, you can take on somebody's cologne onto yourself. If you hug somebody,
interesting.
You get a manly scent. Put on a little too much. You can.
I was not wearing a manly scent though. This is the thing.
Yeah.
It's like glitter, Tass. You're right.
It can be on you all day. You could be smelling that the rest of the day. That's horrendous. It's
right.
But it could also be great. Speaking of my kids and salad days and all that, like you're making out with some girl behind the quad. And that's her perfume is on you, and you're like, damn, that girl, she smells great.
Well, yeah.
Hey,
Tass, you're always going you're always sniffing your own clothes.
I've got a great nose.
Yeah. So I'm surprised you're not. Oh, maybe your nose is too.
I'm a little too
sensitive.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm a little too sensitive. Did you say salad days, JD?
I don't know. Is that a thing?
Salad days.
Salad
It's an
days.
expression. Halcyon days. Yeah.
Halcyon days. Yeah.
I think
love halcyon.
The embarrassing thing is when someone points out that you're wearing cologne. Somehow that's embarrassing to me. Like it's like very try-hardy. Like if you just smell good, but if someone's like, "Oh, someone in here is wearing a lot of cologne," you're like,
yeah, fair.
Yeah. Listen,
one time sorry, it was a quick story here, Taff.
Please.
Maybe you'll find this interesting. Maybe you won't. Almost certainly you won't. But when I was probably about 15, or maybe 14, I was taking guitar lessons for a few months. And the guy would come over to my house, and he was a cool guy. Okay, he was like probably looking back, maybe in his late 20s. He was in a band. He wore a leather jacket. His name was Frank. Okay, and Frank was a cool fucking guy.
Right.
And just before Frank came over, maybe I was nervous. I took a huge dump, and the bathroom was right next to my room. Okay, so then the doorbell rings, and I'm like, Frank's here. Now I can't have Frank coming into my room, being like, "Well, it smells like shit in here." So I had a cologne. It was from the dollar store. It was of the you can't copyright a smell. It was called Drake. It was a fake Dracar Noir.
Okay.
And I sprayed that thing as if it was an air freshener. I was young, didn't have much experience with cologne, so I spray that thing. Then I walk out of the bathroom. Frank walks up the stairs. I'm like, whew, narrowly, crisis averted. He just looks at me and goes, "Big date tonight, kid?" And that was enough to make me never wear cologne again.
Oh, wow.
Because I was so embarrassed. He was like, "Yeah, big day tonight?" Like, I was like, "Oh, God,
Well, you would have rather him smelled your shit? Big
yes,
burrito today,
back,
kid?
He would have respected it.
Okay.
You're right. I did enjoy that story. You said I wasn't going to. I enjoyed that story. But I also will say, and it's been brought up in the stream team here, a good deodorant can qualify for a cologne. Like, it's the smell of a cologne without the persistence, without the longevity.
Yeah, but deodorants don't generally smell as good as a cologne. Mm-hmm. There's no deodorant where I go, "Ooh, that smells really good."
Oh, come on.
Well, they smell clean.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
But that does bring up the good point. If you've got deodorant on, aftershave, and cologne, that's like 3 different scents fighting for attention.
Maybe a hair product too.
Yeah, you have to find complimentary stuff. But I don't wear aftershave, clearly.
No. I got complimentary stuff. I got complimented by my wife the other morning. It was like 6:45 in the morning. I'm putting away dishes, opening the dish rack or the dishwasher. I'm emptying the top rack, and Danielle says, "You smell good." I said, "How on earth do I smell good? I literally just woke up, rolled out of bed, hadn't showered in at least 18 hours, but my strong deodorant, fully zinced." I know you're a big zinc deodorant man, Matt. That's what she was smelling at 6:45 in the morning. Maybe she's just yearning for a man who wears cologne. I don't know.
Maybe it was her essence, your essence, that was. She was enjoying.
Maybe.
Musk, we all do.
I've just started using my new cologne, Matt, is Poopery. put a little bit of that on.
Honestly, this was pre-Poopery. If only Poopery existed,
Right?
Frank would have never scared me off deodorant.
There's cologne for our toilets. That's where we're at.
Yeah. It's true.
You sound like Andy Rooney right now.
There's cologne for our toilets.
What's wrong with the youth today now? Oh, instead of putting cologne on our bodies, we're putting cologne on top of our shit. Okay, what do the people say, Tassie?
Well, one of the people, Kevin Aquino, great comment. Today I learned Ed Sheeran's lyric, "Now my bed sheets smell like you," was about JD.
Damn right.
Good,
Shout out to you, Ed.
I can't wait to smell the construction workers, JD. I haven't smelled them yet, but I'm excited. I like the idea of acquaintances smelling good, but no one I know, intimately wearing cologne. Like, you're all right with the pleasures. You're all right there. You don't spray a lot on JD. I don't even know.
Guys, the opposite part of this is like, okay, I get it. It can be sensitive. It can be overpowering. People wear too much. But you have to realize the other thing is you could smell like shit.
Yes.
And guess what? They're not going to say that to your face.
Right.
You're going to leave, and then we're going to go, oh, God, he stunk today. What was that smell all about?
Yeah, but I would argue shit,
I would rather
plus,
okay, go ahead.
plus artificial smell is sometimes worse.
Right. Yeah.
You ever smelled someone that has a strong deodorant, like a gel, like a Right Guard Sport deodorant,
right,
and then plus they have BO?
Yeah, it's
bad. It's bad.
Okay, we got to move on, though. I got to know.
Fine.
What was the result?
It's pretty equal.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I got another tangent to go on. I'm kidding. 53% good, 47%
close
not good.
Huh.
Okay. Wow. Overall, people are saying
nobody wears aftershave, right?
I mean,
I don't know. I don't know when was the last time I shaved.
I don't think they have after, like the Home Alone slap on.
Right.
Aqua Velvet.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Oh, we gotta get to a break.
Yeah.
Haven't had a break in so long. I forgot that we still do this. But coming up, we're gonna discuss potentially one of the most erotic things you can do.
So I was sitting around with my new softball teammates. We were just chatting, small talk. What do you do? Came up that I do a podcast. I'm in the sports realm. One guy perked up, got on the edge of his seat. It's like, okay, so who's the best sports media personality out there? I said, it's Stephen A. Smith.
Okay.
You have to respect him, love him, hate him. He is the creme of the creme. And this was before we received this ad copy about Stephen A.'s new podcast. I swear on my beer league softball career, that is true. And I don't know how he does it, but Stephen A. is adding another show to his schedule. And it sounds very good. His new podcast is called No Mercy. That's KNOW Mercy. 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you'll hear Stephen A.'s unfiltered opinions on trending topics, front page news, and current events, as well as conversations with influential celebrities and thought leaders at the forefront of culture. He's got connections. And if there was something missing from Stephen A.'s portfolio, I think it's this.
Oh, absolutely right. You're totally right. I know you would never lie to your softball teammates. Stephen A. Smith, the cream of the crop.
Yes.
Exactly right. And now he's going to be the pod of the cast, it sounds like, because you turn on the mics, you turn on the camera. Doesn't matter what he's talking about or who he's talking to, it's going to be gold.
It will be gold. A podcast where he can be even more open and transparent. No Mercy sounds good. Listen to No Mercy, a presentation of Cadence 13 and Odyssey Studio. Available now on the Odyssey app and anywhere you listen to your podcasts.
Welcome back to Is This Good with 4 wonderfully smelling men. Next topic, Josh and Suzanne S. would like to know, couple massages, are they good? And before you answer, I should point out that Josh and Suzanne S. are a real live couple that emailed me together.
Whoa.
So this could be an urgent ruling that we're giving. They could be on the cusp of booking perhaps a hotel spa or more of a local healer. So let's let them know. Should they be booking this couple's massage? Is this good?
I've never had one, and I hate massages.
Same here.
And I feel like it would be awkward. I do. I hate massages. Yeah.
Okay, well, you can both explain. Why would you hate the delicate touch?
It's not delicate. I'm too bony. It's like they're like literally grinding my bones, and it's not comfortable at all. And it's
You shouldn't have gone to the Grimm brothers masseuse parlor.
I just like. Yeah, everyone's like, of course you get it to be more relaxed. It's the opposite. I'm way less relaxed on the table.
Oh, totally.
So,
and I don't want,
the opposite.
like, me being touched by a stranger just makes me feel awkward, and bringing my partner into it and then have it be a sensual experience it just makes me, it makes my skin crawl thinking about it, to be honest.
Has Rachel ever asked you to do one?
No. Well, she knows I hate massage, but and she enjoys a massage. I just don't think it's. I would hate every second of it, I think. So she'd be like, nah.
Okay, interesting. Tassie, where were you? Have you ever got one before?
A couple's massage? No. I'm trying.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know why. I would have thought you have done it like on a vacation or something.
The only person I did it with, you just reminded me, I did one with my man Steve Eichhorn.
Oh, Big Steve!
Big Steve! Did he have
Steve,
two
big
people
table.
massaging him? This guy. We're talking about a 6'5" behemoth.
He's a large man. Yeah, so the couple's massage was two people massaging Steve, and I was just sitting there watching.
I like to watch.
Actually, it was on the same trip that we saw each other in China met. We had a couple's massage.
Okay.
Steve and I had a couple's massage in China.
I'm glad you're bringing that up because people are saying, and JD, it doesn't have to be sensual.
No, I understand that, but it is considered a romantic thing to do, right? Like it's a bonding experience.
Oh God, yeah.
With two strangers in the room touching my naked body. I'm not into it. I like.
Sorry. What would it be if it's not sensual?
What? It's a discount.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I think that's why we did ours. I assume. Literally because it's cheaper.
I swear to God.
I don't know.
It's two massage therapists and two bodies.
I don't think they're like people go and get couples massages like daughters and moms and like, so.
Is it?
Well,
Okay.
that's not a couple. I guess it's a couple of people, but that's not really what it means. I think that couples massages are sort of, the reason for their popularity, if they are even popular. I've been led to believe they're popular, yet it seems like no one I know has gotten one. I haven't gotten one either, but take time to slow down, away from your phones, quality time, reconnect.
Are you talking to each other?
It makes
though?
no sense because
No, that's why I don't understand it. You're not talking to each other. I think that couples massages are a gateway to group sex.
Okay.
Like I think it's like the most low stakes. Now, obviously, that would be creepy to hear if you're a massage therapist. Like, hey, we're here to heal. I've studied for this. This has nothing to do with sex. Obviously, I agree. I'm not implying that there's going to be any untoward touching or a happy ending in any way. But I mean, you're naked with your spouse in front of other people. When else? When does that happen? You're being touched with good smells and good oils. You're being rubbed near your erogenous zones. I mean, it's sensual. I don't understand how it could be anything but sensual. Yeah. I don't think a couple's... Now, I've gotten massage before, like a sports massage, which is the straightest kind of massage.
Yeah.
Where it's like active release therapy, where you're hurting, you're in pain the whole time because they're fixing like your calf that it hurts from running or something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's any couples massages where they're doing that sort of deep tissue therapy. I think it is a nice gentle dance of the fingers across your back.
Yeah.
I think and there's candles, for God's sakes, candles. There's dim lighting. Like, this is half a step from an orgy.
Yeah. I had a friend who went for a couples massage with his, I guess, girlfriend at the time, and he's a large guy, like overweight guy, and they brought out a rolling pin as soon as he sort of got, you know what I mean, like the rolling pin. Her, they were fine touching, but it was like they didn't even want to touch him. You know what I mean? That's the vibe. That's what he said to me.
That goes against the Hippocratic oath that I don't think they take, but they should.
Yeah. So there's the embarrassment on top of that. I feel like that would happen to me. You're like, yeah, they'd be fighting over Rachel. Let me do Rachel. Let me do the woman.
Do you think there needs to be equality in the genders of the people that are massaging you? Like, for instance, if you're gonna get a woman to massage you, should your wife or partner get a man?
And they should switch in the middle, and you wouldn't know the difference. It's you don't know. You got your head in that little circle, looking downwards.
Yeah, that's true. It's a great point. How coupley could it be if you can't even?
That's what I was gonna say.
It makes
to you.
no sense.
Yeah.
You could hold hands. Your head could be in the thing.
You could.
If you're watching on YouTube, here's what it looks like. So.
Okay. So
And then you would outstretch your hand. Is that good? I don't think so. I don't see the benefits to
So
this.
we got really close to Matt's face. It's an individual experience.
Do you think the massage therapists in a couple's massage, the two, masseuses, do you think they hate it when people hold hands? Or do you think they actually like it because this is the whole point of this?
I hadn't even thought of that. What I'd be thinking the whole time is they're rolling their eyes at us.
I was just going to say that.
They're
100%.
looking at each other and like pointing at a mole on my back. I'm like, this is probably cancer.
That's right.
And I don't know. They're
Do you
making
smell
jokes.
that? Who farted? Who
Yeah.
fart, or maybe one of them are farting. Like they have let's see if we can fart.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think they would like. Well, I don't know.
Okay.
Who knows? I mean, we are. I guess we're the worst people to answer this.
Totally,
because
yeah.
we.
Yeah, I can't believe you guys have been in long-term relationships forever, and you've never.
Well, I'm really close to Steve since we had our massage. I've never.
Sorry, finish that story.
Yeah.
What do you want? A
was the
happy ending? There was no.
Well, was it? Did you walk out of there going, "I'm glad we saved
So
the
stupid.
$5 and did this together"?
I have no idea if it was cheaper. I think.
Thank God for Groupon.
Steve was. No, we were in China. Groupon. I don't. Well, maybe there's a Groupon equivalent. I don't know. This was 2006 in Guangzhou, the province of Guangzhou.
Yeah,
I have no idea if it was cheaper or not. I think we got up off the tables and thought, "Whoa, did you have a good massage?" "Yeah, I had a good massage." "Did you have a good massage?" I mean, we're basically.
It's like, why were you even in the same room?
Yeah. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like.
It's so those two masseuses can look at each other and this guy. They just get something for them to do while they're giving you a massage. Yeah. Just mock you.
Yeah.
Did they chat at all? Like, was there any back and forth? It was just
Yes, I think so. Steve and I? No.
No.
No. But the
The
massage
masseuses?
therapist,
Yeah, probably. If I do remember correctly. And obviously couldn't understand what they were saying. It wasn't in English, so.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, maybe Steve could understand. Steve spoke the tongue, speaks the tongue. So I can't remember. I just remember it was a hideous robe that we were both wearing, and then put on our towels.
Were you buck naked?
No.
With the towels?
Oh, the towels. Yeah.
Because some people were pointing out. I think you brought it up, Matt. You don't have to be nude.
No.
A lot of people, I think, get massages not being nude.
No. I mean, you don't have to be. You can wear underwear, but how's someone
That's not
massaging
nude.
you?
That's not nude.
not nude.
Oh, okay, sure. I see. I didn't realize that you came on my show to split hairs.
Hey, when you
Oh, come on. Are you streaking? Are you nude with underwear on if you're streaking?
Well, I really became a man when I got a massage with jeans on.
Yeah, luckily this table had a hole for our peni, and so that worked out well.
Wow. My peanut. Tassie, what do the people say? I'm very curious here.
54% say good.
Wow.
Okay, pretty evenly split.
54% say good. Okay.
Yeah.
I think Sarah's right. There's a lot of disrespect to licensed masseuses in this conversation.
I'm not, Sarah, I'm not disrespecting them. They do an amazing job. I go to them and they make me better and I respect them. But you can't tell me that you and your wife being naked, getting rubbed down in oil with Kenny G playing and by candlelight isn't sensual. Maybe I'm not saying it's sexual, but it's sensual, and sensuality is part of sexuality.
Kenny G, I don't know.
No. I'm not saying they're participating, and I'm not saying my girlfriend and I should go and be like, oh, this is a way for us to get our jollies off. I'm just saying it's sensual.
So you're gonna do it?
No. To me, a massage is about being relaxed, and why would I want more people there? More people there is only going to impede the relaxation.
Right.
And it's going to have twice the amount of possibilities that the masseuse is going to talk. And if you want me to disrespect masseuses, Sarah, let me tell you this. They shouldn't be allowed to talk during it. If it's a relaxing spa-type massage, because I've been like halfway asleep and then people are trying to talk to you and it's like, sorry, but this is detracting from the experience.
What about if they're asking you about a body type? Or you're you're
tight here.
Yeah, can I dig in here?
Yeah, but again, is this too much pressure? But that's not a conversation.
Right.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I definitely say no good. It's like movies, couples movies, not good. I want to watch every movie alone.
You mean like on a date? Like if you're going on a date?
I want to separate her in between my date and I in a movie.
Okay.
A movie's an individual experience. We can talk about it as soon as we're out of the theater. Now, no, we're not talking about it. We'll talk about our massages as soon as it's over.
Right.
But for now, no, I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, well, we got
Anyways.
3 not goods, except for the people that say it's good. We have to take one more break, but when we come back, we're going to talk about hangovers. And we're going to maybe, by the end of the show, maybe we're going to have you thinking a little differently about them.
Have you been waiting until fall to really start dressing? Then you're in luck, because it's fall, and Indochino is bringing the heat with their fall collection, featuring new colors and premium fabrics. Now that it's fall, you can wear your Indochino to the mall or to the ball. You can shop their made-for-you suits starting at just $449, or you can peep their custom-fitted shirts, casual wear, outerwear, and more. Indochino even lets you make any suit a tuxedo if you're really in a fancy mood. I didn't understand how this works, so I went on the website, and there's literally a button on every suit's page that just says make it a tuxedo. And you'll never guess what it does.
Wow.
Click it, boom, you got a tuxedo. You thought you were looking at a suit? Not anymore, sucker. You can design your perfect suit or tuxedo with Indochino. To get $50 off any purchase of $399 or more, use promo code NODUNKS at Indochino.com. That's INDOCHINO.com, promo code NODUNKS.
Welcome back to Is This Good? Guys, when people need help navigating life's biggest decisions, when they're lost, confused, at a crossroads, they seek our wise counsel, and we deliver an airtight verdict. It's time to settle this. All right, guys, let's settle this. We got an email here. It says as follows. I have a question about hangovers. Are we overstating how bad they are? Not the I'm in the hospital and something horrible has happened hangover, or the regret stew of, uh-oh, what did I do? Just the simple, tied one on last night, now I'm gonna throw up, lay on the cold bathroom floor, and just be. Maybe Gatorade and some couch time, watch something breezy, eat something tasty? Could hangovers possibly be rated? Keep up the good work. Thanks, Cameron. Now, I'll say perhaps Cameron went too far when he said throw up, because if this involves the kind of hangover where I vomited and I've woken up on a bathroom floor, which, let's be honest, has happened. Yeah, I'm out for that.
Right.
But I'm interested in this idea of sort of, it makes me think of a sick day when you were a kid. And it's like you weren't like deathly sick, but you got to stay up from school. Your mom brought you some orange juice. You watched Price is Right. And no one expected anything of you because you were sick. You didn't expect anything of yourself. And I kind of, the hangover is the adult version of that. Sometimes it's kind of nice to just, you have a bit of a headache, you know you're not going to go out, you order in food maybe, and you watch some dumb TV, and I think it's sort of a nice break from regular life.
How do you feel about couples hangovers?
Great.
Yeah, maybe.
Were you wearing jeans when you were a boy?
No, you don't wear jeans.
The stream team is loving this one, by the way.
I think we misspelled underrated on this.
Yeah.
Is underrated 2 R's?
I think so.
That's me.
People, Matt, are saying this is a...
No, put it up. Leave it up, JD.
This is a scorching hot take, is what they're saying, Matt.
Okay.
Yeah.
People are saying Cameron has to be under the age of 30.
Yes.
People are
Okay.
saying report this man to the authorities. A lot of people are saying hangovers are properly rated. I don't know what he's talking about. But I mean, I will admit, when I first read this, saw what the subject was going to be. This is insane. This is stupid. He tried to get me around to like, is it that bad?
Yeah.
But I can do all the things he's saying. Lie on the couch, watch dumb TV, order in, be lazy, without having to feel like shit or like
Here's the
have a
difference. Here's the
pulsating headache or
difference.
something. Yeah.
If you just sit at the couch on a day when it's beautiful outside and you could be doing errands or work or going out and seeing a new thing in your city, you might feel guilty at just sitting at home shoving pizza in your mouth. But when you're hungover, you don't feel guilty because you're like, I got to take care of this.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. There's a part of that, I guess. And you had fun in theory the night before.
Yeah.
There's a reason you got the hangover.
Well, okay, let me ask you a simple question. If you could choose a world in which the current world where there are hangovers, or a world in which there were no hangovers, would you choose the no hangover world? Considering that, like, that might lead you to more dangerous behavior.
Yeah. No, I think
Maybe the
hangovers have to
hangover is
stay.
life's way of checking you a bit.
Yeah.
100%, I think. Yeah. But
So you would vote world with hangovers.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I think there needs to be consequences for your actions.
Okay.
And a hangover is something that you do to yourself. There's nobody else to blame for it.
Except on Roofie Island. But yeah, you never know. Sorry.
That's not a hangover.
That's not a hangover. You're right. You're right.
But yeah, I mean, and I've worked through many a hangover, and it's not pleasant. But I'm not going to say they're underrated.
Yeah. Cameron went a little far. I love the term regret stew. That's a great one.
Yeah.
He means, I believe, the Sunday hangover. That's what he's saying.
Right. It's a lazy Sunday.
Yeah.
Maybe had a couple too many.
Totally.
I don't think Cameron has headaches with his hangovers because when that factors in, I mean, I suffer from headaches and like it's a million times worse with hungovers. So
You also suffer from heavy drinking.
Yeah, it's like I can't. It's they're
Maybe
one
there's
and
a
the same.
correlation,
Yeah,
yeah.
there might be a correlation.
Yeah.
There might be a
There might be.
correlation.
Science is still so okay. So far, I've at least gotten. It seems all of you to agree that even though we hate hangovers, the world is better with them than without them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess one other positive about a hangover, and that Cameron had me coming around to, is that they kind of act like Sunday scaries do for me, in that they kind of simplify the brain. You know, a lot of people's brains all over the place. When you're hungover, it's just like one track mind. This is what I'm doing. I never have to think. I'm only thinking one thing. So it is sort of, they do act as Sunday scares, just good for my brain in a weird way.
Sure.
And
A little
I'm like,
reset.
yes. But also just like, the loudness of one's mind becomes a lot more.
Right.
But, it's not a fun day. But, but you add on the fun that you had the previous night, and it adds up to, underrated's a little too strong. But there's some good parts. There are some good parts that Cameron brings up. Good points.
Stream Team is completely right. Cameron is under 30, does not have children.
Yeah.
Those hangovers are nothing. They're nothing. You're basically still drunk from the night before. Mm-hmm. It's like, give me a bacon sandwich and I'm going to watch football.
Yeah.
Like that's it. But, try taking your kid to soccer or
Sure.
something.
Well,
Oh my God.
but now your kids are older, isn't there? Because maybe I'm just wishful thinking here, because I have little kids.
Yeah.
Sucks. It's terrible. Hangovers are horrendous.
Totally.
Pre-kids was fine.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping post-kids, when they can wipe their own butts and that kind of thing, 6, 7, 8, I'll be laughing.
Yeah. Oh, wait till they're teenagers and they're in bed till 1.
Yeah.
It's perfect. It's great.
Right.
What's amazing, or I guess ironic, in my opinion, about the Sunday hangover or just the hangover, it's what Cameron is saying, this idea of like doing nothing.
Right.
I actually think that's the worst way to tackle a hangover. I'm convinced. For me, that hangover will last all day.
It lasts longer.
It
for sure.
will last all day. If you want to try and get rid of it, I mean, if that's the objective, you do something. Like you force yourself to work out, or just even go for a walk, for crying out loud. Like something. It actually, I don't know. That's my personal opinion.
I agree.
But I guess he loves.
Yeah, but
hangovers.
I think Cameron's talking about like luxuriating it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, let's keep this slightly sick feeling going so that I can just justify being on the cut. Whereas you're saying like, I got things to do. I'm going to go for a run and sweat it out.
Hey, yeah.
But it seems like in the world of settle this, I'm sorry, Cameron, we've settled it. We cannot agree with you that hangovers are underrated. We did get to the point where we seem to all agree that hangovers do have a place in this world.
Yeah.
But
checks and balances in life. Yeah.
But they're not underrated.
No.
I'm sorry.
Properly
So again,
rated.
if you have a question like this, something you need settled, could be relationship advice, could be friendship advice, could just be a question of etiquette, like we had that question about should you tell someone if their fly's undone. Email us, isthisgoodpod@gmail.com, and we will answer those questions for you. All right, guys, it's time for the final segment of the show. You all know what it is. It's subjective trivia. Yes, subjective trivia. It's just like regular trivia, except only I have the answer. As always, so you know I'm not cheating, I have written the answer on this note card.
Nice.
And it was a big day in the Austin household yesterday. As I alluded to at the top of the show, the landlord finally approved and came to install an air conditioner in my bedroom.
Wow.
Perfect. That's October.
You might be looking at the calendar and going, a little late.
Yeah.
It's a little late for that, but you take what you can get. So now that I have an air conditioner in my bedroom, today's question is, what is the ideal room temperature
God almighty.
in Fahrenheit?
Oh, what? Well, Matt's gonna go colder than you for sure, or me.
Now, Tassie and I did used to fight over the thermostat in the old NBA TV
That's
office.
right. That's right. And I was always Team Tass on that.
But I'd like
And
you
I
to
was
consider
always Team
something.
Matt.
Yeah.
Consider something. I've since moved. I've lived in a hotter place that's warm pretty much all year round. Has that made my blood thin even more?
Wow.
Okay?
Right.
Am I become less tolerant to the cold?
Okay, let's talk it out.
Maybe
Let's talk
it's
it
so
out.
hot that I want it colder. So
We're looking we're looking for the Matty O perfect temperature to sleep in at night, right? In your bedroom. Okay.
Specifically to sleep in.
no, I'm just saying ideal room temperature.
Okay.
What's the thermostat? You walk into the house, what do you want that thermostat
Oh,
set at?
not to sleep. Okay. That's a little
Oh, yeah,
different.
that's
And
different.
also,
Yeah.
it's not a pitchfork review, okay? This is a zero. This number ends in a zero.
Oh. And it's Fahrenheit.
No, a point zero.
Point zero. Okay, all right.
Oh, I didn't think we had to get to the point. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, put me down for a 68.
Okay, we got a 68.
I mean,
It's a little chilly.
I was gonna go 69. Nice. I was gonna ask if you are you a nude dude with attitude during the night? Are you kind of groovy?
Just in case I gotta hop out of bed and go streaking. No, I sleep in a loose boxer
So.
and sometimes a t-shirt, sometimes not.
Oh wow, jeez. Okay, so he's keeping it really cold. Yeah.
Yeah.
68's a good guess, JD. I'm not gonna lie. Pass. What do you keep yours at in your house?
I'm a 69 usually.
Oh.
Nice.
Yes, nice.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah. You know, all
So you're
this.
telling me the NBA TV office was at 69 degrees? I have trouble believing
No,
that.
No, it was higher.
No, it wasn't. Yeah.
It was higher.
So you
I bet it was 72. Is what
Okay.
it was Fahrenheit. Yeah.
So you felt comfortable setting it at a good temperature in your home, but then didn't want to do us the same courtesy at work.
Every thermostat, every room is different. There's nuance.
like fingerprints.
There's
You're right,
nuance
you're
to
right.
this. The Fahrenheit,
Right.
yeah, I think 69. I mean, all this talk about orgies, and I think 69 is the way to.
Okay, let me get an answer.
I am a 23 Celsius all day long, and all.
Which is
Wow,
wild.
that's so boiling.
Wow, you're on fire.
Let's turn it
So
off and
that's,
open some windows, guys.
That's 74 for
Okay,
all
but
of
we
us
live
out
in
there.
Atlanta. I mean, yes, these days.
yeah,
yes.
that's why I'm never sick. You know, you guys are going from extreme
an
temperatures.
old
to-
wives' tale.
No,
Right,
it's
give-
not. It's not. You're going from boiling hot all the time, then into your freezing cold houses. Okay, I will go 69 though.
Who's always sick? What are you talking about?
You're always sick, Jake.
Come on.
Always sick. Okay, say Tassie say 69, Skeet 69, JD. What you come into a consensus here?
Well, I guess I got to go 69.
We're either going 68 or 69.
Oh,
So let's just pick.
I think like Matt likes the joke number of 69.
You think so? He just wanted to write 6'9" on that piece of paper. No, let's go lower. Let's go
lower.
Let's go.
You said a
Yeah,
regular temp. Crazy man.
He likes it cold.
He does,
But he's in
cold.
LA. I don't know. Maybe that changes
Jesus,
it.
just give me an answer.
All right, I'll guess 70.
We've got nothing to do.
But
Wait, you're saying 70?
Yeah, I've changed it.
Going to 70.
I was going higher.
JD,
well,
you get
it's
to pick.
not 70.
JD, you get
It's
to
not
pick.
70.
JD gets to pick. Here we
Okay,
go.
fuck it. Let's say 69.
All
In
right.
between 70 and 68. We are going with 69.
Okay, first of all, I can't believe that you think I'd pick my answer based on a term for a sexual position.
Of course you would.
But I would.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Yay, we got it.
Oh, that's a good screen grab right there.
Yeah,
Yes.
I did used to be a 68 man, but I bumped it up to 69.
Okay. Is that because the move to California, you're saying? Or?
Yeah, I can't tolerate the cold anymore.
Oh.
Wow.
So you want
There
it a
you
little
go.
warmer?
You've changed,
So-
man. Tequila, hot-blooded, crazy.
I got a new life. You would hardly recognize me.
So you don't change your temperature for night, Matt?
I don't want to get into it. It's so complicated. Just because I don't have central air. If you have central air, then I think, and a Nest thermostat, you could do that. But here, it's like alchemy. What I'm doing here between fans, my Vornado hive stand up. Yeah, I can't get into it. It's dark arts over here.
Wow.
But there we go. That's subjective trivia. I love it when you guys get it right. Once again, I do want to remind you, if you have topics, you could tweet them to me or follow me at StartersMatt on Twitter or email us at isthisgoodpod@gmail.com. A reminder to send us those good settle this questions, those thorny questions you got bubbling up. Do you guys have anything to promote?
Well, unbelievably, we have another show coming here later today from the Classic
my
Factory.
Lord.
This is a
Good for
legit
you.
factory today.
Yeah.
3 shows in total. We already did our Eastern Conference over-under win totals, looking at each one of the teams of the Eastern Conference. We did the we did the Western Conference one on Monday. We had this show, and then we got No Bunts coming up at, what'd you say, Tess, like 5 p.m.? It's been bumped up, 6 p.m.,
Yeah.
something like that.
Give or take.
Give or take.
Yeah.
How about that Aaron Judge, huh, Tassie?
How about it?
Can't wait to listen to No Bunts to hear about that. Hear if he really has the record, you know?
Oh. I wonder if what is that man gonna do with that ball? He hasn't decided yet. Apparently, the person.
The guy that fell didn't get it, right?
No,
What happened to that guy?
He was leaning a little too far over. He didn't want to be that fan in Toronto that leaned over and didn't catch it. So he fell about 10 feet. I think he's fine.
Yeah.
It was a good, solid 10 feet.
It looked pretty high.
It looked horrible.
He just disappears.
It looked like he was.
I was thinking, okay, so you think he actually fell? I thought he was like proactively jumping down, thinking it might fall short into like the pen or wherever, and that he would get it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, would they have let him keep it? Like, he jumped out of his seat into the bullpen, which is definitely illegal. I mean, it's sort of a form of
What if he was
streaking.
naked?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what, Tassie? I'm gonna say, let this be a little teaser. Answer the question on No Bunts.
Sure.
Well done.
Hey, maybe I'll stick around and ask it on your show.
Yeah, stick around.
So,
Stick around. If you're watching live, stick around and watch the No Bunts stream. And if you're listening to this, listen to No Bunts too.
yeah, and we have No Buffs, our Survivor podcast, coming on Thursday. And we have a film session about the Redeem Team documentary coming on Friday. There, I'm done, Matt. There you go.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for listening. For everyone, I'm Matt Austin, and this was good. We'll see you next week.